Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thank you so much for clicking on today's video. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. As you can see from the title of the video, we're going to be creating a full face of only drugstore products. I'm super duper excited for this video because there's a lot of gems in here, okay? We have a bunch of new products that have launched recently. We have products that are not new, they're very old and I've just been using for years and I absolutely love. We have a good mixture of a lot of products, but everything is drugstore. You can find this at Ulta, you can find it at Walmart, Rite Aid, Walgreens, any drugstore you can find these brands and products at. If you guys are interested in seeing the look that we end up creating, all the products that I'll be using and all my favorite drugstore products, then just go ahead and keep watching. Alrighty, so let me first take a sip of my coffee. Comment down below and let me know what your Starbucks order is. Mine is very simple. I'm not one of those girls that's like, put a pump of this with the cream of this, No. Give me an ice shaken espresso and call it a day, okay? I like coffee. I do like the taste of coffee, and I'm not a fan of super duper sweet stuff, so I keep my order pretty simple. If I'm not drinking an ice shaken espresso, I'm probably having a matcha, and that's it. But anyways, you're not here for coffee, you're here for makeup. You guys could see the setup. I have a ton of products, okay? A lot of products. So we're gonna go ahead and just jump right in. Of course, my brows are done, and let me show you guys what I use to do my brows, because some people ask. I use the e.l.f. brow pomade. This is what I use. It's like $5. I use the shade Espresso. This is the Lock and Liner brow cream. I've used this, Jesus, for, I don't even know, since I started doing makeup. It's been a long time, almost a decade of me using this product. It's my tried and true. I try other products, but I always end up going back to that. I'm a pomade girl. I'm not really a pencil girl. I just prefer pomades. That's what I use on my eyebrows. And then I just concealed it with concealer. So we're just gonna jump into it. My face is already moisturized. I do not have any primer on because I wanna try out a new primer. This is the e.l.f. Liquid Poreless Putty Primer. I did pick this up recently. I've never used the liquid form. I have used the putty form, which I'm sure everyone already has and already has it in their collection. I do enjoy that primer a lot, and it does remind me of the Tatcha primer, which I do have. I actually have the Tatcha Liquid Silk Canvas primer. This is one of my favorite primers. I don't use it a lot on camera, but trust me, it is loved. It is used and abused. I've been using this primer for years, and I absolutely love it. So I guess we'll see if this is a dupe for this, because technically, the putty primer was supposed to be a dupe for the Tatcha poreless primer in the little, tin or whatever. So they came out with the liquid form. So, and I actually kind of like that better because the one in the little circle thing, like it's just too much. Like as far as like bacteria, it's just not the most sanitary. Like hair would get in there, things like that. So I like the fact that this comes in a liquid form now. So we're gonna put that on. Go ahead and shake it. I'm not gonna put too much on. I'm just gonna do a little bit on my T-zone, everywhere where I want my pores to be kind of blurred out. And we are just gonna go right in. I like how it feels. I kind of like how it feels better than the one in the little tin. Okay. I like it. This is a great primer. It's a great drugstore primer. I mean, if you guys have never used the e.l.f. Putty Poreless Primer, whether you try the liquid or the one that's a solid, they're both great. But I think I like this a lot better. It's just more clean. It's just simple. Squeeze it out. You don't have to put your hands and all that stuff. Like, okay, so this is how the face is looking, nice and mattified, but not like dry. So I really enjoy that. Okay, perfect. And then we are gonna go ahead and try a new skin tint that is out. I did get the Maybelline Superstay Skin Tints. Maybelline did send these over to me. Thank you, Maybelline, for sending these over because I'm super excited to try them out. They sent me a bunch of shades, but I have the three here that are, one is too dark and two are like shades that would work for me. So I'm probably gonna mix them together. So I'm gonna be trying this out today, but I did also want to mention to you guys other foundations that I do really enjoy from the drugstore. They're actually both from L'Oreal. One is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. This is the shade 515. As you can see, this is too light for me right now, okay? This is like my winter shade. It's not happening, so I'm not using this. But this formula is absolutely amazing. One of my favorite drugstore foundations, so this is a really good one to check out. And then also the new reformulated L'Oreal True Match foundation. I can use this because the shade is good for me right now. This is the shade N9 Neutral Medium Deep. This is stunning. This newly reformulated formula is amazing. This was my first ever foundation that I bought when I was, I think, 16. 16 was the first time I ever wore foundation. And I remember vividly buying the True Match in like the little bottle where you have to, you know, dot it out. That was my first ever foundation. So this is like nostalgic. I've been using this a lot off camera and I really do enjoy it. So I might mix it with the skin tint. We'll see. But I really like this foundation as well. L'Oreal is just a really good drugstore brand, one of my favorites in general, next to Maybelline. So they have a ton of products and you're gonna see a lot more products from them. But like I said, we're gonna try out these new skin tints. So this is the Maybelline Super Stay Skin Tint, and it has vitamin C, and it is a 24-hour skin tint, so it's supposed to be really long wearing. I have the shade 355 and 372. So 372 looks like it could be my shade right now, but I feel like it'll be a hair too dark. So I'm gonna mix it with this shade, which probably would be my winter color. So we're gonna mix these two and see how it looks on the skin. Oh, before I do that, I do want to use my e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. I love this stuff. Definitely a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. I mean, a straight up dupe. So you don't need to spend Charlotte Tilbury money to get the Hollywood's Flawless Filter. Just get the e.l.f. because the e.l.f. is amazing. This is in the shade Tan Deep, shade 6. I am just gonna put this in the places, like my high points, where I want to glow a little bit, just to bring a bit of glowiness back to my skin. So we're gonna do that, and I'm actually just gonna use my beauty blender and kind of just blend that in. So you can use this product as a foundation all over the skin. It's like a nice skin tint with like a glow, or you can use it as an actual like highlighter like I'm doing right now, just to bring some glowiness to certain areas of your face. There's a lot of ways you can use this product. It's very multi-purpose, which I enjoy, and it's only 10 bucks, whereas the Charlotte Tilbury is like, what, 50? Almost, I think. So as you can see, just added some glow back to my skin, which I did not have before because the primer took it away. Okay, now we can try out the Maybelline Super Skin Tint. So I'm gonna mix those two shades. I have seen a lot of people really enjoying this, so I'm actually excited to use this. Oh yeah, this shade is way too dark. Let me swatch it. I'm gonna swatch the 372 so you guys can see. See? Oh yeah, she is way too dark for me to wear by herself. And then this is 355, which I feel like is like my winter color. Yeah, 355 is my winter color. It's like right here, and then this is 372. Yeah, I'm gonna mix these two together to get like a perfect color. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. It does come in a droplet, so this is how it looks. Like you just drop the foundation. It's not like a pump, so it can, I guess, get kind of messy, so just be careful. Just gonna do 1 drop of each, and we are just going to mix them to get a good shade for right now. Oh yeah, perfect, yep. So definitely mixing those two shades is good for me. And one thing I do notice with this skin tint, it has like a reflect. I don't know if you guys can tell. Let me close this. But it's kind of like reminding me of like the Makeup by Mario. You know how the Makeup by Mario has this like, it looks like it has shimmer. Like this is the Makeup by Mario. You know, you guys know how this one looks like. It has like a glimmer shimmer in it. That's kind of how this skin tint looks, in my opinion. It has a very noticeable shimmer, as you can see, to the formula. So we shall see how that looks. And let me go ahead and blend this out. I'm just gonna use the beauty blender for everything today. I don't feel like using a brush. Okay, mixing those two shades is definitely perfect for me right now. They do have a shade in between the 372 and the 355. I think it's 368. So that probably is my perfect shade. But like I said, Maybelline sent me the product, so I wasn't able to choose which shade to get. But these two mixed together definitely work. I do like the way it looks on the skin though. This is a pretty full coverage skin tint, honestly. Like this is pretty full coverage in my opinion. Like, let me get a mirror and look closer. Oh yeah, this is giving me very like medium coverage, almost leaning towards full. This is not a light coverage skin tint. Like, it's covered all of my hyperpigmentation, and I did not color correct either. You guys know I've been color correcting in my recent videos. I did not do that, and as you can see, the face is she's looking good. Wow, this is definitely really pretty. This is really pretty actually. This is how the face is looking. Wow, skin tint. Oh yeah, she is not here to play. Like, look at the skin. First of all, it does have a nice glow to the skin. I can see that's what the reflex is. So it is pretty. So it reminds me a lot of that Makeup by Mario. If you have the Makeup by Mario Surreal Foundation, it gives me similar vibes with that glimmer in it. It gives like a nice sheen to the skin without it looking like oily, but it still looks dewy. But the coverage, like, this is definitely like a medium coverage foundation. Like, I'm not getting skin tint from this at all, but it looks really good. Like, my face, the skin looks really nice. So far so good. See how it wears, because you guys already know how it applies, how it looks at first is one thing. The true test is seeing how it wears. But like I said, I mixed the shade 355 and 372 to get my perfect shade. So summer color, a little bit too dark for me, but would be my summer color, and then my winter color mixed together. But these are definitely staying because they are super duper nice. Now we're going to move on to, I'm going to cream contour before I put on some concealer. One of my favorite cream bronzers is by e.l.f. I'm talking about the e.l.f. Putty Cream Bronzer. I have mine in the shade, what is this? Ooh, what shade do I have mine in? Sunkissed. It looks like this. I absolutely, as you can see, she's getting finished. I do have this, and I've been using this forever. I think I've had this for a year now at this point. So this is not a new product to me. It's one of my favorite drugstore products. I do also have the new Halo Glow Beauty Wand. This is in the shade Tan Deep. I have been enjoying this as well, but I think I'm gonna go in with this because I think this shade is a bit darker and it's gonna work for me. But this is also another really good product by e.l.f. So I'm just gonna go in, and we are going to cream bronze the face. And I literally just dip my brush in there and swirl it around and go in. I love this cream bronzer because it's like you get like a nice medium coverage. I would say it's not like full. I would say it's medium. I really enjoy this cream bronzer because I love the way it sits on top of the skin. It is a more dewy formula, I will say. So if you're looking for a matte cream bronzer, I don't know if you would like this, but I really love the way it makes your skin look. It's like a skin-like dewy finish, and it gives you like a nice medium to buildable coverage, and it does not lift your products underneath, like your foundation or skin tint, whatever you have on. It's just gonna sit on top really nicely. Okay, perfect. So that is how everything looks with the cream bronzer. Let me go ahead and put that away. Okay, now we can use some concealers. I'm gonna be using OG drugstore concealers. If you've never had this on your face and you wear makeup, I'm questioning you. If you're new to makeup, okay, you get a pass. But if you've been wearing makeup for a long time, you know about these concealers. I'm talking about the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind concealers. I love these concealers. They are amazing drugstore concealers. I've been using them for years, on and off. Like, I'll go through my periods when I'm using other concealers, but I always come back to this. If it's drugstore concealers, I always come back to this. I also do love the Milani concealer, the Conceal and Perfect, something like that. That's another great drugstore concealer, as well as the CoverGirl. But this one, my fave. So I'm gonna go in with the shade 146. It's brand new actually, so let me open it up. All right, love a brand new crank. Crank it up, crank it up. All right, so we're gonna take the shade 146 and I'm just gonna conceal my normal places that I would conceal. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and blend her out. Like, look at that. Just beautiful coverage. Blends so nicely onto the skin. Such a good concealer. So good, one of my favorites. Okay, the concealer is on. This is how the face is looking. We're looking nice. We're looking blended. We're looking full coverage. I love it. Everything looks so good. Okay, so because it is summertime, I'm still gonna follow my summer makeup routine where I use setting spray because it's hot, okay? And I need my face to last. My favorite drugstore setting spray is no other but the Milani Make It Last. This is amazing. I love this. I've been using it for years. I've repurchased this, I don't even know how many times at this point. I have the big size that came out a long time ago, but this is the best, in my opinion, the best drugstore setting spray. If you have other recommendations, let your girl know. Drop it in the comments down below. But this has never disappointed me. So I'm going to go ahead and spray my face before we start to do powders. So now we're going to jump into cream blush and then we're going to move on to powders. My favorite cream blushes, I know there's a lot from the drugstore, but I have not tried a lot because I just have one and I've only used it and it's like, why fix it if it's not broken kind of thing. I love the e.l.f. Putty cream blushes. You guys see, there's a lot of the same brands. Like I have like, I think a top 5. I would say honestly top 3 makeup brands. My favorite top 3 drugstore makeup brands I have to say are Maybelline, L'Oreal, and e.l.f. I'm trying to think if there's another one that I have the most products of. I don't think so, honestly. Yeah, Maybelline, L'Oreal, and e.l.f. are like my top 3. So there's a lot of those products in here, but I absolutely love their putty blushes. I don't even know the name, but I have this one that's like a coral pinky kind of color, and then I have this one which is a beautiful like reddish kind of color, and then I have this one that's like more of like a pink color. I don't know which one I'm gonna go with. I kind of want to do the pink one, but then the orangey coral one looks really pretty. I think I'm gonna go in with this one. I'm gonna go with this one, but I do love these. They're really, really, really good. Super affordable. Get the job done. They wear well on your skin. I just can't complain. And I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. Putty Blush Brush. This is actually specifically used for their putty blushes. So this is gonna go hand in hand with the cream blush. And I'm just gonna go ahead and apply that onto the face. Hope I'm not too dark for this color right now. I think I might be. I might be too dark for this color. So I'm probably gonna go on top with the reddish one just to be a little bit more prominent. You can still see the color a little bit. It's just kind of hard because I am very chocolate right now, which is not a bad thing. I can't complain, okay? I love being chocolate. Okay. Yeah, let's try this other color because that one is not gonna cut it for your summer girl. Okay, we're gonna go in with the more darker one, and I think this is in the shade, I hate that they don't have the shades on here, but I'm gonna go in with that one. It's probably gonna show up a lot better. Oh yeah, it's exactly what I was looking for. Just like that. And I am gonna set all these creams with powder because you know, we have to do that. First of all, longevity, and to set this cream. But if you love like a dewy look, these blushes also look really, really good on like bare skin, and like just like, oh, they look so good. So good. Highly recommend for you guys to check them out if you have not already. So now we're gonna go ahead and move into powder products. I'm gonna use a powder bronzer first before we move on to setting our concealers and baking. So the product that I'm gonna use for bronzer is gonna be the Juvia's Place Bronzed Palette. I love these duos. They're so good. I have the shade Dark, and these colors are just perfect. I mix both of them together to get like the perfect bronzing shade. But these two together, I mean, they are just beautiful. Such good products. Juvia's Place is another great makeup brand. I don't know if you would necessarily consider them drugstore because they are only in Ulta, but I still kind of consider them drugstore. But I do love a lot of their products. A lot of their face products, oh my God, just amazing. So I'm just taking that and setting everywhere that I applied that e.l.f. cream bronzer. And then now we can go ahead and set the concealer. You guys know how I love to set my concealer with like my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless powder or my one size powder foundation. Usually I'll use one of these to set my concealers before I go in to actually bake. But today, since we're doing only drugstore products, I want to put you guys on, okay? Okay, I'm putting you guys on to this amazing product. I'm not gonna say it's a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless powder, but she does what she needs to do. She's about the same. They're in the same family. They're like first cousins, okay? They're pretty close. This is the Wet n Wild Bare Focus Clarifying Finishing Powder. I have mine in the shade medium tan. I think they have two shades. They have a light medium one and a medium tan. I don't know if they have a third one. No, they have three shades. They have a light, medium, and a deep. I got the one that's medium because it's more of like that, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not too dark. I think the darkest shade was too dark for me to use under my eyes, which is pretty much what I use this product for. So I got the medium one, so it looks like this. If I had to compare the shade, if you use the Charlotte Tilbury in the shade Tan 3, this is like a step down. So I would say this is like Tan 2 in the Charlotte Tilbury, whereas I use Tan 3, which is fine. But it looks like this. And let me show you guys the magic in this product. Because if you're not trying to spend Charlotte Tilbury money, you don't have to. You do not have to. You can make things work. Everything can be duped. Yes, everything can be duped. And you don't always have to have high-end products to create a high-end, beautiful, flawless looking face. Never at all. Because before I started having money, okay? I mean, I'm still poor. I'm not rich. But before I had like, you know, a stable job, before I was an adult and I was, you know, working part-time, you know, teenager, making that little chump change, drugstore was where it's at. We all started at the drugstore. No one starts at Sephora. I mean, if you do, good for you. But we all start at the drugstore, I would assume. And a lot of these products are my ride or dies. But this is a new one that I discovered this summer and I absolutely love. So you're going to see me use it. I'm going to use the exact same way that I do my Charlotte Tilbury. And it's so nice, you guys. I'm going to show you the difference between one eye. Like, it's really smoothing. When I first used it, I was like, oh, have I found a dupe? It's giving dupe. Like, you guys, look at this. Tell me this does not look flawless to you. Tell me it doesn't. Tell me it does not look like Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless, because it does. It does. Like, come on. This is the side with the powder, and then this is the side without. I mean, and it's like $3. $3. It's crazy. I'm going to link all these products that I'm talking about and using on my face and mentioning in the description box down below so you guys can get your life. Because you don't have to spend an arm and a leg to look good or to have a good makeup look. You do not. Like, this product is so good. So good. I'm just going to set all the places that I use concealer before we go ahead and bake. Love this product. Love it, love it. If you guys are looking for a beautiful finishing powder or just like a blurring powder, check out this Wet n Wild Bare Focus because it is clearly amazing. I absolutely love it. Okay, and then now we're gonna do our blush before we go into bake. You guys know I like to do blush first. I can kind of go heavy-handed with it. That way when I do my baking, it kind of tones it down a little bit. And a blush that I have been obsessed with. I got it like 2-3 weeks ago and I just cannot put it down. First of all, it's just, oh my God. It's one of the most pigmented blushes I think I've ever used in my life, okay? It is amazing. I am talking about the L'Oreal Infallible 24 Fresh Wear Blush. They came out with a couple shades. I think there's 4 of them. This is the last one. It's Fearless Coral in the shade 5. First of all, this shade is just absolutely stunning. When I saw this in the store, I was like, oh, I'm getting this. I'm getting this. I saw it like online, but I didn't see too much information about it. But I saw the color and I was like, immediate yes. Because I mean, you guys know how I am with blush and pink blushes and coral blushes. And it's just like the camera is not doing it any justice, you guys. It is so beautiful. And when I tell you the pigment is crazy. Like, this is one of my most pigmented blushes I have. Like, you guys are gonna see. I'm just gonna go in. I'm gonna tap it off, and I just want you to see. I want you to see the pigment that is in this blush. Like, you have to be very careful with it because it is so pigmented, and a little goes a long way, okay? Just, yeah, a little goes a long way. It's crazy. Like, it is absolutely stunning. So stunning. And I have been really enjoying this blush. I want to say it's my favorite drugstore blush I've ever used, to be quite honest with you, because the color, one, and the pigmentation, two. Like, it cannot get any better. Like, look at that. Oh my God. It's crazy how pigmented this color is, or just this blush is. And like I said, these are the L'Oreal Infallible blushes. So good. I got mine at Target, so they are out in stores already. So I would definitely run, not walk, because these blushes, I'm sure you've probably seen them on TikTok, but they are, I mean, look, I look like a clown. I look like a clown, and it'll tone it down. I'll tone it down with my setting powder, but it is so pigmented. It's crazy. Like, look at that. Wow. You do not need a lot of this product at all because, whew, listen, a little goes a long way. And I have been thoroughly obsessed with this ever since I started using it. I just cannot put it down. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, and then we're gonna go ahead and bake. I'm going to use my tried and true. This is one that is also very nostalgic to me. I've been using this probably a decade now. This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Setting Powder. If you guys have been watching me for years, you know how I feel about this powder. This is hands down the best. I have the deep one and the banana. This is the best setting powder from the drugstore, period. Like, the way it's so finely milded, it's like, it reminds me of the Laura Mercier translucent powder, but better. It's more finely milded than that powder, and it makes your skin look so smooth. It's just absolutely stunning. You get a ton of product in here, and it's like $5 from Wet n Wild. Like, Wet n Wild is another great drugstore makeup brand. They have a ton of great products, but their translucent powders, the banana and the deep shade, the photo focus powders, oh my God, get your life with these. They are so good, so good. So I'm gonna go ahead and set my face. I'm gonna bake, and then I'll be back so we can go ahead and move on to the eyes. All right, as you can see, this is how the face looks like after setting with my Wet n Wild Photo Focus powder. Everything looks so smooth, so nice. Like, and you see how the powder kind of toned down the blush a little bit. That's why I like to do my blush before I go and bake, because I know it's gonna kind of smooth everything out. But the face, the base, I mean, come on. We're looking pretty dry right now, so I am gonna spray my face again with the Make It Last setting spray just to kind of bring it back to life. But the base is looking absolutely amazing, and it's just, oh my God, so good. So far, everything looks really nice. I'm really enjoying that skin tint. We'll see how it wears, but I'm really enjoying it so far. So I'm gonna go ahead and set my face so we can move on to the eyes. Before, I did also want to mention two other powders that I really do enjoy, because I'm mentioning all my favorites in this video pretty much. Other L'Oreal Infallible products, their bronzer, you guys see me use this a bunch. This is another great bronzer. I just wanted to use my Juvia's Place one because I haven't used that in a while, but this is another favorite drugstore powder bronzer of mine. I use the shade Dark, 500 Dark. So if you're looking for a nice drugstore bronzer, this is amazing. This is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour fresh wear. The entire L'Oreal Infallible line is just chef's kiss. Like everything they have in that line is absolutely amazing. I have not tried one thing from the Infallible line by L'Oreal that I do not like. And then if you're looking for a powder foundation, another L'Oreal Infallible product, this is their powder foundation. So this is their powder bronzer. This is their powder foundation. This is another amazing powder foundation that you guys can use from the drugstore. Like I said, the entire L'Oreal Infallible line is just absolutely amazing. So I highly, highly recommend to check those products out. Let me set my eyebrows before we move into my eyes. I'm gonna use, this is my favorite drugstore brow gel. This is the NYX Tinted Brow Mascara. I love this. This is in the shade Espresso. So I like using this. It gives you a nice tint. I do also love using this when my eyebrows aren't done because it gives it some color while also holding it in place. So I'm just gonna set this, set my eyebrows so that they stay in place, as well as so they don't look super powdery, since there was some translucent powder on them. So I'm just gonna do that. Now we're going to move on to the eyes. You guys. This eyeshadow palette is just, I mean, me and eyeshadow palette. Bronze tones, neutrals, everything, just beautifulness. This is Juvia's Place. I love Juvia's Place eyeshadows. They are amazing. Like I said, I don't know if you would consider Juvia's Place drugstore, but I do, because it's in the drugstore section of Ulta. So it's drugstore to me, but you can only get it at Ulta if I'm not mistaken. But their coffee shop palette, the coffee shop palette, you guys, I mean, look at this. This palette is so stunning. If you love browns, neutrals, golden shimmers, those kind of colors, this palette is for you. I've used this palette a couple times, not too much, but I do want to use it today because we're doing a drugstore look, and Juvia's Place shadows are my favorite. I have other shadows. I have their Warrior palette, the all matte one, as well as the other Warrior palette, the one with like the brown shades. Let me show you guys the other palettes that I'm talking about that I love from Juvia's Place. Since we're here, my other two favorite palettes from them are the Warrior palette, which looks like this. It's beautiful. It just has nice golden shimmers and mattes. It's really, really nice. And then their Warrior 2 palette, which is all mattes. Love, love, love these two palettes. They're so good. Definitely recommend to check these eyeshadow palettes out if you're looking for drugstore eyeshadow palettes that are gonna do it all. These are amazing. But I'm gonna use the coffee shop palette today because I've used those on camera, and I don't think I've used this one on camera. So we're gonna go ahead and play with this baby today. So I am going to go in with this brown shade right here. I think I'm gonna mix these two brown shades right here and put that all over the crease with a big fluffy crease brush. There's so many variations of brown in this palette. It is absolutely insane. And the colors, Juvia's Place eyeshadow colors are so pigmented. Like, it is so crazy. And they blend out so well. I'm not sure what kind of look we're gonna create. Because it's a neutral palette, I'm sure it's gonna be a neutral look. But we'll see what direction we go into, because I'm not sure, honestly. I don't know. Do I want to keep it simple? Do I want to make it glam? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing today? I'm doing this pretty messily because I don't really care too much. I kind of just want the color all over to frame the eye. And I'm also kind of bring it down to my contour on my nose, just to make sure everything is nice and blended, just like that. And then I am also gonna go on my lower lash line with that brown color over here. The lower lash line is a little bit smoky, which is fine, it's okay. I'm going to go in with this brown shade down here. It's a little bit deeper than the other one. It's more of like a neutral brown, and then the other one is more of like a red brown. And I'm going to go in with that color, and I'm gonna put that in the outer crease. I feel like this look is becoming a little bit more dark and smoky than what I expected it to be, but it's fine. We move. Do I want to do shimmer today? Yeah, I'm gonna do some shimmer. Gotta do some shimmer. This is becoming a lot smokier than what I expected, but it's fine. I'm gonna go back in with my first brush and kind of blend everything out. My crease. Now we're gonna go in with a shimmer, and there are beautiful shimmers in this palette. There's like more cool tone shimmers. There's also like some bronzy shimmers. I don't know which one I want to go in with. This one looks really, really pretty. I'm not gonna lie. I've used this one before. I think I want to do this one. This one at the top is calling my name. It's like a brownish, grayish, kind of purplish shimmer. And I'm just gonna go in with my finger. Oh yeah, this is gonna be so pretty. Oh my God. And I'm just gonna apply that to my eyelid. Ooh, yes. That is so pretty. It's like a beautiful bronzy gray, brownish kind of shimmer. Oh, that looks so pretty. Oh my God, that is stunning, you guys. Oh, stunning. I mean, look how pigmented these colors are. I'm telling you. Juvia's Place eyeshadows are not to be played with. I cannot get over this color. It is so stinking pretty. So pretty. Oh my goodness. So gorgeous. I'm gonna go in with a small brush so I can get in the inner corner. I'm going to, what do I want to put on the inner corner? Ooh, we're gonna go in with a small brush, and I kind of want, so we use this shade on my lid. Do I want to go in with this shade in the inner corner? Or do I want to do this one? I think I'm gonna go in with this one. It's like a light shimmer, like champagne grayish kind of color. And we're just gonna go in with that and put that in the inner corner. See what she's talking about. Okay, so this is a very neutral look, you guys, like cool tone neutral. But I don't do a lot of cool tone looks, and I'm not upset about it. I think it's actually really pretty. But this look is definitely for our cool tone girly pops, because this is how it's looking. This is how the eyes are looking. They look really, really good. Oh my God, I'm looking at myself at the viewfinder and it looks so pretty. I absolutely love this. Oh, so good. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and go off camera. I'm gonna put my eyeliner, mascara, and we're gonna do some lashes, and then we'll be right back so we can move on to the lips and finish off this face. All right, the eyes are done. We have our lashes on, our mascara, eyeliner. As you can see, definitely transformed the look, made it a lot more va-va voom. I'm feeling very glam. I was not expecting for it to go this way, but it's fine. Nonetheless, I love this eye look. It's like a neutral, cool, shimmering, brown, but also kind of taupey kind of look. Love this. It came out really, really nice. The eyeliner that I used, a really, really good affordable drugstore liner, is the Wet n Wild break-up proof, waterproof, retractable liners. These are absolutely amazing. I love these so much. And then for mascara, I used the mascaras. Drugstores are known for mascaras. Like, they just are all about mascaras. But my current favorite mascaras are the Maybelline Lash Sensational Sky High Mascara is really, really good, as well as the Maybelline Falsy Surreal. I've really been enjoying both of these. Oh, and another favorite mascara of mine is the Sky High Lash Sensational Primer. If you use this primer, that's like a dark primer, black primer, with the actual mascara, or with any mascara, to be quite honest with you, your real lashes look absolutely amazing. So I've been really enjoying this primer, as well as the Maybelline mascaras. Mascaras are very easy to find at the drugstore. There's a lot of good ones. My favorites are usually Maybelline mascaras and some L'Oreal. But right now, these are the two that I've been really enjoying. Alrighty, now we can go ahead and move on to the lips. So my favorite drugstore lip liner has to be, hands down, the LA Girl Shockwave lip liners. They are so, so good, super pigmented. My favorite shade has to be the Chai Latte because it's just a nice deep brown. Honestly, that's like the only shade that I use on my lips is the brown liner. I don't ever really use any other color liners, to be honest with you, unless I am trying to go for a different color lip, like maybe a red or like a plum. But 99% of the time, I'm using a brown liner. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use this liner and line my lips. Okay, perfect. And then I'm gonna go in with another favorite of mine. The lip that we're gonna use are NYX lip products. NYX has my favorite lip products hands down, honestly. NYX and Maybelline. Maybelline and their glosses and their lip products are awesome, and NYX. But today I'm going to use the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream. You guys know I love the shade London. I did pick up a new shade called Abu Dhabi, which is still like a neutral color, but it's more like a rosy color. So I'm going to go ahead and mix the London Soft Matte Lip Cream and Abu Dhabi to create a beautiful matte lip. So Abu Dhabi has more of like a pinky coral look to it. And I'm going to go right on top with London. And then I'm going to go back with my liner to bring some more depth. Alrighty, you guys, this is it. This is the finished look that I created using all drugstore products. I absolutely love the way this look came out. It looks beautiful. I mean, honestly, I could not tell. I wouldn't be able to tell if I was looking at someone and their face looked like this. I wouldn't be able to tell if this was a full face of drugstore or a full face of high-end products, because everything looks absolutely stunning. The skin is looking flawless. The eyes are looking beautiful. I mean, it just looks really, really good. Like, all these products that I used today, I absolutely love. I used a couple new products, but majority of them were not new to me. They were favorites that I've been using for ages, for years, that I've constantly repurchased. So I'm really glad that I got to film this video for you guys so you guys can see my full face of drugstore makeup, new and old products. I will make sure that I link every single thing that I talked about and that I applied on my face in the description box down below. Drugstore products will always be my favorite. I don't have a preference between high-end or drugstore. For me, it's all about quality. Is the makeup good? I don't care about the price, whether it's cheap or expensive. It's all about the quality and whether the makeup product does what it says it does and is a great product overall. Drugstore will always have a soft place in my heart because that's where I started when it comes to makeup. I'm sure a lot of us started there. And honestly, I can still do, like, literally, quite literally, can still do a full face of full drugstore makeup. And I don't think there's anything wrong with drugstore makeup. If you've never given drugstore makeup a chance, you highly should, because it has changed a lot. It is not like the way it used to be back in the day, years ago. The brands are understanding the assignments now. Like, they are here to play. They are not playing with their product launches. Like, everything is very, very good, and it's matching up, if not better, to a lot of high-end products. So definitely give the drugstore a shot. Like, you never know. Like, a lot of products are really, really good. All the products that I talked about in this video, whether they're new, whether they're old, I absolutely love every single one of them. As you can see, the face came out looking beautiful. Also, make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you love makeup tutorials, and leave me a comment down below and let me know if you had to pick one drugstore brand to mark as your favorite, what would it be? Comment down below and let me know what your guys' favorite drugstore brand is. You can only pick one, so let me know in the comments down below. I'm really interested in seeing what you guys end up saying. If you're new here, I really hope you enjoyed this video and you enjoyed the channel. Make sure you scroll down below and you subscribe and join the family, and also hit that notification bell so you're notified when I will be uploading next. You guys, once again, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys on the next one. Mwah. Bye.